pictorial view is indicating dignified positional locations of Sun, Moon, and Earth in space. The Sun is rising in the east, moving in its orbit in vertical plane upwards, passing overhead towards west. Visibility of Moon is there in the night time, and daytime is occurring on other part of the global Earth. There is sun eclipse and ring of fire formation. There is global lunar eclipse and moon eclipse. There is full moon and new moon formations reflecting orientation of sun, moon, swinging of earth about 8 radians on either side of north-south polar axis. The swing of orbital orientation of Sun towards south is indicating increasing or decreasing day or night timings. Logical support on events occurrence have been used for viewing the non-happenings. Few observed data have been examined for viewing their graphical expression. Displacement of shadow, March and September, displacement of light source, forenoon and afternoon, orbit deflection in inclination, zero reference of shadow positions, sun's lateral deflection. Space science research laboratories are following that Earth is orbiting with certain orbital speed in the space. Google search engine and Atlas books being used for educating in institutions, schools is also elaborating same point of view. It is mentioned there is no orbital motion of Earth in the space. It is positioning concentric of orbital plane of Sun and Moon and following an oscillating motion of about 8 radians on either side of its north-south polar axis annually. It has been examined through analytical data reports performed at our in-house laboratory. In this regard, facts findings, data analysis may be examined at any point on surface of Earth by monitoring person, laboratory around the global Earth where midday time sun is passing overhead, happening like location site similar to NCR, Delhi. The space agencies are attributing lots of debris in space, the harmful elements against utility. Use and provisioning of reusable spacecraft rockets have been proposed for future space explorations. The suggestions are required to be viewed carefully and ascertained seriously at national and international level. Moon missions are being conducted where launch vehicle performing its number of orbital rounds in between space of Earth and Moon. It may be escaped if predetermined mapping route path is pursued. The Moon and Sun can be seen visually about 12 hours in a day and night time from any point of spherical Earth surface. Those are following their own orbital trajectory route path in the space above and around the global Earth. The orbiting planets in space may have two phases for soft and safe landing. All other four phases may be effective of environmental conditions and their high momentum. Moon is also overcoming these environmental circumstances subjected to rendering different difficulties for landing beyond control due to non-availability of suitable surface landing runways. Google is using mapping data on surface of Earth, and similarly, space mapping adaptability may be intended for orbiting planets surrounding of global Earth from its surface internationally. The available database of space science research for mapping purposes desired to be advocated and exchanged for implementation. Concluding point of view concerned with exercise having been performed on positional locations of Sun, Moon, and Earth. There is swing of orbital orientation of Sun about 55 radians towards south, July to December, and January to June. Swing of orbital orientation of Sun is indicated by impact of incident sunlight rays, shadow formation on 19 to 21st March and 19 to 21st September annually. This is causing increasing and decreasing day and night timings on surface of Earth. There is happening of 6 months day and night time periods at north and south poles of Earth. Oscillating motion of Earth about 8 radians on its north-south polar axis proportionately correlate to impact of incident sunlight rays on line of zero reference, a line on surface of Earth parallel to its north-south polar axis, indicating varying times about 60 minutes annually. There is exchange of orbital orientation of Sun and Moon on east-west axis. It is causing solar and lunar eclipse formation. The Sun is completing its orbital cycle 24 hours recognized internationally. The Moon is completing its orbital cycle in 24.87 hours. This is causing new moon and full moon formation periodically in a cyclic order of 30 days. Dynamic stability concern presence of energy of substances in the environment in and around space of global Earth capable of transferring flow of energies like heat, light, sound, pressure, and Earth's gravitational force towards its center is producing their effective and measurable quantum. The same environment may likely be supportive of producing effects of centrifugal and centripetal forces among orbiting planets in the space. Proportionate reactions are occurring against action for balancing any transaction of energy. Polarities of orbiting planets are producing effects of their counter-reacting forces alike behavior of two magnetic bars. Mapping of orbiting orientations of planets around 360 radians of center of Earth with respect to date and time, including their positional locations, may be adopted for implementation by space agencies and investors wherever desired. The presence of debris in space is accountable forever. Latest developments on space science research would be preferred for safe and secure space missions.